What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Swan Hockey Live. I am Eric Swanek, and today we are talking about Swan Hockey Digital, brand new, just released, and the Hockey Swans Club. So let me know where you guys are joining from. Let me know. Feel free to throw it in the comments. Once again, if you're on Instagram, you will not be able to interact with the show. You'll have to go over to YouTube for that, or join the Swan Hockey Discord server and see the live podcast channel of the Discord. But throw a comment in. Let me know where you're commenting from, or where you're joining from, rather. Let me know where you play, where your kid plays, or whatever the connection is here. Let me know it. And we'll dive right in. And thank you guys for joining tonight. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, what the fuck is going on? And that's okay. That's kind of what I expected. And let's tell you what the fuck is going on. So Swan Hockey Digital is a Web3 experience. Okay. So again, brand new, just released. It's been in the works for a long time, as I'm sure you probably could have guessed. We got another join from Discord, Ottawa, Ontario. Awesome. What's going on? So it's been in the works for a long time, as you could have guessed. And in fact, it was actually not that it took longer, but we wanted to make sure that we had everything the right way, that everything was going the way, visioned and everything. And so got to, work with the right people and everything. And, it was definitely worth the wait. And so let's dive into it. So this is using blockchain technology, and what that's going to do, it's going to enable us to do some really cool things, some really different things, and do things in a much different way than what most of you guys have probably ever experienced before. So with the blockchain, two of the biggest components of it, at least right in my mind right now, is verification, authenticity, and ownership. So verification, authenticity is kind of one and the same, and then ownership is the other piece, right? So those are the two, big big pieces right now in my mind, and you'll see where this is going to come in just a little bit. And in fact, I got to write something down here, so we're going to have to come back to this later. So ownership and authenticity. So those are like the two big driving points here. Now, Swan Hockey Digital, again, is a Web3 experience. We're using the blockchain as, kind of the backbone for this whole thing. And if we start with the Hockey Swans Club. So the Hockey Swans Club, it's a community-based club, and the commonality that we all have is Swan Hockey and everything that we're all doing together in the hockey world. And it's like, that's the commonality, and it's going to be very different than probably almost anything, if not everything, that you guys have ever been a part of before. So how this is going to work is there's going to be a specific number of Hockey Swans released. So the Hockey Swans Club is going to consist of Hockey Swans. So there's going to be a certain number of Hockey Swans released, and we'll announce that number at a later date. And that's it, right? So there's limited spots in the club, and every token is going to look different, right? Every token is going to be unique. No two are going to be the same. So that Swan character that you see as the graphic on the front page of swanhockey.io, that's the Hockey Swan. And there's going to be many different variations of that image to make up the Hockey Swans Club. So when you mint a Hockey Swan, what's going to happen is day one, they're all going to be the same price, and you don't know which one you're going to get, right? It's going to be open. Best analogy is opening up a pack of hockey cards, right? You open that brand new pack up for the first time, you don't know what's going to be in there, right? You can get a common one, you can get a more rare one. Every Hockey Swan is going to come with a base set of perks, right? So they're all going to have perks attached to them. So it's all about the utility, right? Like these tokens do something, right? It's not just cool, have the, have a token with the artwork on it or whatnot. Like these tokens have utility. They do stuff, right? So every Hockey Swan is going to have, they're going to come with a base set of perks. Now, the rarer ones, those can come with rarer perks, right? So right off the bat, again, different ones are going to be quote unquote more valuable or less valuable than others, just as hockey cards would, stuff like that. So, but again, like every single one is going to have base perks with them. And, that's the whole idea, is to provide utility and provide a better way to do this, and all that. So going back to, so day one, when the initial sale happens, they're all going to be the same price. All right. And then once they're gone, they're gone. So and it's not like, once, like, cause there's only going to be a certain amount. So once they're gone, they're gone. And at that point, the only way to join the club is to buy one off of a pre-existing member that wants to sell theirs, if there's somebody that wants to sell theirs, right? So after they're gone, that's the only way into the club. And now the cool thing is the member, if somebody wants to leave the club and they do want to sell theirs, that's, again, going back to ownership, that's part of the whole theory of putting it on the blockchain, is you own your membership, right? So like where there's other, you might have memberships to other things where, okay, you stop paying for it and that's it. You're out of, you're out of the club, or you're out of the, whatever, like you lose your membership. If you don't want it anymore, you cancel it, you call up, you stop paying it, and yada, yada, yada. This, you own your membership, right? So if you ever want to leave the club, you can sell it to somebody else and you name your own price. It's yours. You own it, right? So that's one of the really cool things about this, about using, the blockchain technology, is it just gives it gives everybody more control and more ownership over what they're doing. So that's one of the big, components of this, is the ownership. Now let's get into, what do these do, right? So you get a Hockey Swan, now what, right? So if you obtain a Hockey Swan, again, this is built around utility, right? We want these to have value, to do things, right? So right off the bat, SwanHockey.io, it's built like a virtual club. You connect your wallet to the site. If there's a Hockey Swan in your wallet, you're able to come in. You're able to access the site. You're able to experience it and use it in its fullest. If there's no Hockey Swan in your wallet, it's just access denied. You can't come into the club, right? So SwanHockey.io is built like a virtual club. So, pages are token gated. There's going to be a merch shop in there that's going to be for members only. So there's going to be exclusive merch in there. We could put some other merch in there at a discounted rate for the club, like whatever. Like the possibilities with this are endless. This can, the plan is to have, the Hockey Swans Club. The plan is to have the Hockey Swans Club to always have first access to Swan Hockey events and stuff like that, whether it's the Onward and Upward tour, or any other in-person events or anything like that. The goal is for the Hockey Swans Club, they get access to all this stuff first. And, that's one of the perks of being in the club. We're working on, a podcast VIP. So when we do these podcasts, setting up something for the Hockey Swans Club members, a VIP channel in the Discord, that kind of stuff. There's Discord authentication for the Hockey Swans Club, where we're able to authenticate, the Discord, and you could link that right to your profile. You could link your Discord right to your profile. Highly recommend that you do. And there's really no limit with this, guys. Like there's, we can do different, merch packages or whatever, like where, like we could send out gifts. We can, we could airdrop gifts, digital gifts right to your wallet. We could airdrop, physical gifts. There's a lot that could be done with this. And the really cool thing is there's not really a limit. So if there's something that, like, this club is always evolving. So if there's something that we think is cool and we want to add it, we could do that. So kind of like whatever we think is cool or useful at the time, the club will always be evolving. And, again, like the whole community aspect of it, that's, a big that's what this is. Again, like you've heard me talk about it for a while now, the community aspect of Swan Hockey. And this is, bringing it to a whole nother level. And, we have, and this is why the Discord has been so important lately, because, the Discord is going to be, the communication hub for this, not only for, just for everybody, right? Because the idea is that the club starts to pick up steam and, spins on its own a bit, right? Like where like we want you guys connecting with each other. We want you guys hanging out and doing things as members of the club and together, even things that have nothing to do with Swan Hockey, right? Like the idea is to connect people here and, provide a whole different experience. And, again, unlike anything that you guys have probably, ever been part of before. And, and again, and that's, like it's your club. Like, again, you own your membership, it's unlike, like I said, probably unlike almost anything, if not everything that you've ever been a part of before. And, it's just, it's been really exciting putting all of this together. And, so right now, what you guys could do, like anybody that's interested in being a part of this, is you can go to swanhockey.io, connect your wallet to the site, and link your email. If you do those two things, you're eligible for the pre-sale, and you're also eligible for the Ether Skate giveaway. So the Ether Skates, that's another, what are those? That's another token. Those are, we have 100 pairs of those. We're going to give away 100 pairs of Ether Skates. And whoever's lucky enough to receive them, you will have access to a lot of this stuff before the Hockey Swans go on sale. So it's kind of like the OG crew. You guys will have access to a lot of this stuff before the Hockey Swans come out. And, again, just kind of like the OG crew. And, connect your wallet to swanhockey.io, link your email. Some people may get the Ether Skates, some people may not. That's okay. It's, and again, you can go to swanhockey.io and read more about this and take a look around in depth. And you could also go to swanhockey.com and you'll see the whole Swan Hockey Digital section where we, are laying out a lot of like the how-to and frequently asked questions, and that kind of stuff. And speaking of which, the biggest thing to remember, guys, is wallet safety. So you're going to need a digital wallet for this, and the biggest thing is keep it safe. You guys are going to get a 12-word secret recovery phrase, a 12-word seed phrase. Never, ever, ever, ever share that with anybody. Nobody should ever ask you for that. Swan Hockey will never ask you for that. Nobody should ever ask you for that, right? That's how stuff gets stolen. So wallet safety is huge. Never, ever, ever share your 12-word secret recovery phrase or your 12-word seed phrase. Never share that. That's what I would, I'd suggest, if you're interested in being a part of this, connect your wallet, to swanhockey.io, link your email address, and it's going to be an awesome journey. So it's going to be a great journey. It's going to be a fun journey. It connects all of us, and so that's the first part of this. Now we've also launched Performance Pass. Performance Pass is our free rewards beta, and again, going to be unlike probably any rewards program that you've ever been a part of. So Performance Pass rewards you guys for doing things that you already do. So for instance, watching this podcast, you could earn points for that. Joining the Onward and Upward tour, buying merch, liking a post on Instagram, right? All these things, little things that, you guys already do. Now we're able to give you guys reward points for that and offer rewards. So for instance, watching this, so we'll get back to that in a second. So if you're interested in the rewards pass, just go to swanhockey.io, Performance Pass rather, swanhockey.io, click on Performance Pass, and you can get started there. In order to claim the rewards, in order to receive the rewards, again, you will need a digital wallet. And so how this works is you guys will accumulate points. As you accumulate points, you could spend those points on different rewards. Some rewards are going to be collectible. Some rewards are going to be redeemable. All right. Now, all the rewards, again, the really cool thing about doing this on the blockchain, all the rewards, if you don't want them, you can sell them to somebody else, right? You could sell them to somebody else. But yeah, so like that's one of the really cool things of doing this on the blockchain. So how this is going to work is once you claim the reward will be airdropped to your wallet, and then you can go to swanhockey.io and you could redeem the reward. So again, it's going to be airdropped to your wallet in the form of a token, and then you can go to swanhockey.io and you could redeem the token for the physical reward for the ones that are redeemable. Other rewards will be collectible, and those you'll keep them in your wallet. They're cool. Show your friends, that kind of stuff. And again, you can if you choose to sell them, you could sell them. So again, just giving you guys true ownership over what you're doing and giving you more control over what you're doing. Right? If you earn a reward, it's your reward. You do what you want with it. Right? Again, you could use it, you could keep it, you could sell it. So for instance, this podcast, if you go on the Performance Pass, you will see a place to enter the passcode for this podcast. The passcode is Hockey Swans Club. 3 words, all lowercase, Hockey Swans Club. You go on there, you put that in, you're gonna get 1,000 points for watching the podcast tonight. Now that's gonna stay open. Until the end of the night, it'll get turned off sometime tomorrow. So for those of you that are watching it live, you're going to get 1,000 points for that. And some of the guys that watch this shortly before it gets turned off. But again, so trying to just give you guys a better experience and give you guys more for the things that you're already doing. Any questions so far? Nothing, not much. In fact, I'm going to check the Discord real quick. Again, if I know some of this can seem confusing, I promise you it's not as confusing or intimidating as you may think. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy. So yes, that's the Performance Pass, and if we move on over to the merchandise. So the merchandise is also, a lot of it is also verifiable and claimable on the blockchain. And it, again, doing it on the blockchain has a lot of upside in terms of, the authenticity, and then able to do these other cool things to intertwine with everything else that we're already doing. So, for instance, like I'm going to show you guys here. This is one of the t-shirts. So these shirts have these merch tags on them. All right. You scan these tags with the Verify app on your phone. All right. And that's going to verify it as authentic. And you're going to be able to claim it. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach an NFT to the physical products. Right. And then when you scan them, you're going to be able to redeem points for your Performance Pass. So you'll be able to again claim the points from the merch for your Performance Pass. And yeah, there's just a lot of really cool stuff that that we're able to do with this. There's no really telling where it's going to go, because there's just so many different possibilities. We're able to do in-person things, in-person events with this stuff, like with the Hockey Swans Club. So eventually in your profiles on swanhockey.io, eventually you're going to get a bit badge, which is it's a personal QR code. You don't ever want to share that with anybody. And that QR code is going to, be key in doing, in real life private events. Just checking Discord here. Something's ringing. All right. So we got a question here for someone who doesn't have a wallet that you're talking about. how do we get involved and start the process? So if you want to get a wallet, you could download MetaMask or Coinbase, and very important. So you'll download MetaMask or Coinbase. Thanks, Puck Steep 91. So you'll download MetaMask or Coinbase. Those are, and it's pretty simple. Again, you're going to get your 12-word seed phrase. Write that down. Keep it safe. Don't keep it on your computer. You don't ever want to share that with anybody, right? So you're going to get your 12-word seed phrase. Write that down, multiple times. Keep it safe somewhere, or multiple different spots. And, from there, you'll open up the mobile, you'll open up the browser in your Web3 wallet, right? So let's say you download MetaMask. So you'll go on your MetaMask, you will see the browser. Click the browser, and then you'll go to swanhockey.io and you'll connect your wallet, right? You'll have to sign some stuff, digitally. It's clicking a few buttons. It's really not that difficult, but yeah, so it's going to be, when I say digital wallet, I mean like a MetaMask or a Coinbase, and you'll have to access the website through your mobile browser if you're on mobile. If you're on desktop, you can use Chrome. You're going to want to make sure that your wallet's extension is installed. So if you're using MetaMask, you'll install the MetaMask extension for Chrome, and then, like I said, it's clicking a few buttons. So it's really not that difficult. There is some stuff, further down the road that, that might be a little bit more, more difficult. But it's really not, it's really not a crazy process. And then, once you connect and link your email to the swanhockey.io, it's, you could put more information in there too. Like I said, I suggest, everyone, link the Discord as well. Because the Discord's going to be very important for all this, but yeah. And if anybody needs further help with this, again, like there's a lot of stuff on the .com site, swanhockey.com. If you just go there, navigate you'll see Swan Hockey Digital, and then you'll see you'll see a bunch of information for the Hockey Swans Club for the Performance Pass 2024. And, there's a lot of stuff there, just kind of walking everybody through it and how to, and that kind of stuff. And, we're going to that'll be continuously updated. And, it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I know it's probably unlike anything that most of you guys have ever been a part of, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Another cool thing that we're looking at doing that, I want to say is most likely going to be done is you guys will own the IP rights to your Hockey Swans. So you guys will own the artwork. So, that's going to come along with your, whatever token it is that you buy, whatever token you get when you buy into the club, you're going to own the artwork associated with that token. So you can do with it what you want. It's like, it's a cool thing as well. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. And if anybody has any suggestions, once this gets going, we, have club members and stuff, again, you own your memberships. If you got suggestions of where you'd like to see this thing go, you put it in Discord. Because there's the possibilities really are endless with this. Any questions so far? When I say so far, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If you have any questions, just throw them in there. Let me know. Happy to help. And we're probably also going to start doing, maybe a few times a week, or maybe even every day. On Instagram. I'll try to come up with a time or something, and maybe we'll have like a morning check-in or something for just going over different things, or walking whoever wants to come on this journey, walking you through it. So, maybe start with, getting the wallets and connecting them, and, that kind of stuff. And yeah, and you guys can participate, and like, you don't have to, if you don't want to be in the Hockey Swans Club, like if you're not ready for that yet, but you want to try the performance pass, go ahead, right? The performance pass is for whoever. Like, you don't have to be in the club to use performance pass. So if you want to, if there's somebody that just wants to start with performance pass, start with performance pass, and see how it goes for you. See how you like it. And yeah, and then like I said, the Merch Central, that's the new merch shop. It's yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be really cool. And there's, even in the performance pass, like the different rewards and stuff that can come out in there. Like, it could be anything. It could be like right now there's a digital collectible up there. We're gonna have more stuff coming shortly. But right now we just got out the first digital collectible, which is a performance pass in there. And but it could be anything. I mean, it could be a free tournament in the Onward and Upward tour next year. It could be there could be free Scout Central membership for life. It could literally be anything that we think is cool. We could do with the Hockey Swans Club. We could do a performance pass. And yeah, no, all the information is on there. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. Sure, there's something, but any questions from anybody so far? No. Yeah, I'm just cruising on here. Oh, this is going to be important too. So just to give you guys more context and more, I guess, kind of visual, like, where this is going. So I mentioned that the Hockey Swans will have, perks associated with them. So there'll be some perks that, are more constant. And then there's going to be other perks that may, you can claim them once, or you can claim them once a year or something, right? There could be, because there could literally be like, we could literally do anything with this, right? Like, and again, like, I don't want to make any promises, for stuff. I'm just, strictly giving examples here. But like, maybe there's a Hockey Swan that has, you know, tickets to a game on it, right? Now, obviously, those aren't going to, maybe it has 2 tickets to a game on them, right, where you can claim those, right? And maybe that particular perk doesn't, maybe that's a one-time deal, right? What we're looking at doing, the plan is that there's eventually going to be a gallery on swanhockey.io. And the gallery will consist of every single token in the club. Every single Hockey Swan will be listed there. So it serves a couple purposes. One, it's cool because you can go see all the different tokens, because again, these tokens are, each one is going to be unique. No two are going to be the same, and they could literally be anything. So, it's, I think we got some pretty cool ideas for all the artwork and everything, and it could literally be anything. So the gallery is going to serve a couple purposes. You'll be able to just simply look at everything and just see all the different tokens that are out there. Maybe see one you like and you want to make an offer to the person that owns it. Hey, for that token, because maybe you just really think it's cool and you want it. The other purpose is the gallery is going to show, for each token, it's going to show the perks that have been redeemed, right? So if you're looking at buying a token, if you're looking at buying one, through the marketplace, you can come to the IO site, to swanhockey.io, and you could check that token first to see what perks have been redeemed off of it before you buy it. And, so like, that's obviously an important thing with this. But, again, this journey is it's going to be cool. It's going to take some twists and turns. And, like I said, it's a club of evolution. It always evolves. You guys own your membership. So that's why it's important that if you do want to do this, do it, because, once they're gone, they're gone. And whoever has them, they own them, right? And as the club evolves, the idea is that the club kind of drives itself a bit, right? So if you want to be part of that and you want to contribute to where it's driven, that's why it's important to again, take the first, anyone that's interested in this, take the first steps. Just connect your wallet and link your email to swanhockey.io, and take the first steps. And I would strongly recommend linking the Discord as well. But does anybody have any questions? That's pretty much it in a nutshell on my end. We're working on the merch. Like, we got some really cool merch up there now. We got stuff from the Onward and Upward tour up there, and Caleb Carlance, what is the cost to purchase these tokens / NFTs? Sorry if you already answered this. Caleb, we did not announce that yet, so it's going to be announced shortly. The idea here is to make them affordable. We want you guys to be able to use them, to get them. And again, the idea is, it's Swan Hockey's job to make sure that this thing goes the right way, because we want your tokens to hold value. We want the tokens to get more valuable, right? Like, that's the idea too, is that this is going to be done in a way that's very desirable and provides, again, utility is one of the biggest words here, that provides, utility. It's not just, all right, cool, I have this token. No, providing the utility is, massively important, because, again, we want the tokens to hold value. And, and I'm not saying to buy it because of this, but like, theoretically, you could buy the token day one, and then let's say 4 years later, you want to leave the club. You may be able to sell it for a profit. Like, in a perfect world, that's the idea. But again, I wouldn't buy it because of that. Like, I wouldn't look at it, really in those terms, in that aspect. But if this is done correctly, which obviously we have every intention on doing it correctly, if this is done correctly, that's what's going to happen. And that's part of why there's going to be a limited amount, because limiting the number is going to help ensure the value to the people that are already in the club. And again, once the initial sale happens and the tokens are gone, the only way into the club is through the club members. That's it. Once they're gone, there's no other way in other than a club member selling their token to a non-club member. And the club member names their price. So, but yeah, it was a very good question, Caleb. And then all that stuff, the amount of tokens and the cost of the tokens, that's all going to be announced at a later date. And then the token. So the other thing, so the Hockey Swans Club is going to be on the Ethereum network. So you will pay for them with Ethereum. So it's also going to depend on the cost of Ethereum, right? So Ethereum obviously shifts. It can go up. It could go down. So the price of Ethereum in the morning could be different than the price of Ethereum at night. So the cost of purchase of it, will be in Ethereum, and it can vary a little bit depending on when you're purchasing. So that's the other thing to keep in mind, guys. But no, excellent question, Caleb. And then, all that will be announced. So definitely, stay connected to Discord. Again, check the swanhockey.com site for the, frequently asked questions and all the other information. And it's going to be a really good journey. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. And all that will be announced shortly. The performance pass, though, that's out now. There's already people using it. So the performance pass, that's ready to go right now. And then, the IO site is ready to go right now. It's just the stage that we're in right now is just the connecting wallets and linking the emails. So this thing's going to be released in stages. Right now, that's the stage we're in, is connect the wallet and link the email. And again, you could build out the rest of your profile as well, but the two things you need to do to be eligible for the initial sale and for the Ether Skate giveaway is connect the wallet and link the email address. So I would just highly recommend anybody that's interested in this, do that. If you're kind of interested but not really interested, take a baby step and just follow on Instagram. Follow Hockey Swans Club on Instagram. That'll keep you up to date. And again, guys, wallet safety is crucial. That you'll see that everywhere. You'll see that on Instagram. You'll see that on Discord. You'll see that on SwanHockey.com about the wallet safety. Again, if you missed it, never, ever, ever share your 12-word secret recovery phrase or seed phrase with anyone. Swan Hockey will never ask for it. Nobody else should ever ask for it. Keep it, write it down multiple times. Keep it safe. Don't store it on your computer. Don't take screenshots of it. Don't ever share that with anyone. So just there's one thing you take away from this tonight. It's that. It's going to be an exciting journey. And again, once everybody kind of gets the hang of it, it's going to become so crystal clear. So again, just take the baby step tonight. Link your wallet or connect your wallet, link your email to swanhockey.io. Any other questions, comments, concerns, ideas? Check the Discord here. Yep, nothing much. Just still that from Pucks Deep 91. Who's probably seen most of you guys play and written scouting reports on you. But guys, we'll hang out here for a couple more minutes. If there's no more questions or anything else, we'll call it a night for tonight. Again, it was a big week. I was happy to get all this stuff announced, and I think you guys are really gonna. I think we're all gonna really enjoy it, and and again, just trying to it's just doing everything in a better way, giving you guys more for what you're doing and ownership over it, and again, that's one of the biggest things is you own your spot, you own your membership, you own your token, and that's pretty much it here. So last call for questions, and if not, we'll wrap it up here. So, all right, guys, we'll call it here, and thank you very much for joining tonight. And Caleb says thank you. You're welcome, Caleb. And guys, and so remember, for Performance Pass, the passcode for tonight's episode is Hockey Swans Club, all lowercase, 3 words. Put that code into the Performance Pass under live podcast, and you will earn 1,000 points for joining us tonight. And so, and again, you can get the Performance Pass through swanhockey.io, and you'll just click on Performance Pass, follow the on-screen instructions, and there's a bunch of things out there you can do right now to earn points. And again, watching tonight, that's one of them. 1,000 points. Hockey Swans Club is the passcode for tonight's live episode, and that will stay up there for the rest of the night and be taken off sometime tomorrow. So, do it tonight, and that'll give you some time too. If you're not on Performance Pass yet and you want to be, that'll give you some time to set it all up and to get the reward points for tonight. All right, everybody, have a great night, and we will be right back here next Thursday. Look for an announcement of the guest over the next coming days, and I will see you guys next Thursday. All right, everybody, have a great week.